Today I fucked up by giving a little girl a sip of my water. I've been working as an assistant coach on my son's little league team. The team is 6 to 7 year olds, 14 boys and 1 girl. I've never coached kids before, but I love baseball and kids always seem to like me, so it is working well. The coach is fantastic and really we all seem to get along great. So the coach texted me and basically said, hey, make sure your volunteer paperwork is in order and I recommend you go and submit for the background check. I want us to be completely above the board. This is standard in little league sports and so no problem. Never been arrested, everything is cool. I figured somebody complained and I was racking my brain trying to figure out what I did wrong. The one little girl on this team is a big personality. She always tries to hug me, often in front of her mom, and I try not to hug her back. I've spoken with her mom about this and she just says, oh yeah, she is a big hugger. She hugs everyone. I'm very friendly with her mom and I do treat the girl a little different than the boys, less hands-on, etc. She goes to the same school as my son, who is popular. The other evening, we were playing a game and it was very sunny and warm. The kids were playing hard and sweating. We're all in the dugout and I brought a refillable water bottle for my son. I was compelling him to drink water and the girl says, I'm really thirsty, can I have some too? I tell her to go ask her mom for a water bottle and she says, my mom is not here now. She watching my brother's game. Okay, so I unscrew the sippy cap off and give it to her and she takes a drink. A little while later a different kid asks for a drink and I say, sure, open your mouth and I'll pour you a sip, since I'm trying to not cross-contaminate with germs. The little boy is really thankful because the water is cold. Soon a bunch of kids are asking for me to pour some water in the mouth and I'm thinking I'll bring in a big jug next game with paper Dixie cups, just like when I was a kid. Then the little girl comes up and asks for a drink. I try to hand it to her and she says, no, pour it in my mouth like you do to the other kids. I said, okay, you are silly, but sure, and pour her a drink into her open mouth. Now apparently some other mom saw this and felt that it was inappropriate and told her mom, and then both moms went to the coach with their concerns. The coach spoke to me about it during the next game. He told me the complaint and immediately said to me, this is a no-win situation for you. Do you understand? I assume that means that I shouldn't say or do anything else about it. I was on cloud 9 coaching these kids and it brought me crashing down to reality. It terrifies and baffles me that I could do something so innocent and be accused of something so horrible. So what am I going to do about it? They just made me an official assistant coach. Well, I am absolutely going no physical contact with this girl. She tried to hug me last game and I stopped her and said, sorry, I'm not allowed to. Later she told me that she wanted to play catcher and asked me to help her get the gear on. I told her, go ask your mom if she wants you to play catcher. The mom said no, and then appeared in the dugout and said, I'll help her get the gear on, and she did. I will never be a coach again on any team with a little girl on it. I'm posting this here as a warning to others. Update, I truly appreciate the advice and positive response. This is my first post, so I didn't know what to expect. I found it very therapeutic. So I spoke to my son's mother about this, and she gave me some good advice. She is highly trained with HR protocols for dealing with school-aged children and accusations about abuse. She told me that indeed I did FU. I should have never provided a child with a personal beverage without the parents' consent. I asked her what I should do going forward and she told me to go no physical contact with all of the children, not to provide them with any food or drink or gum, and to limit my conversation with them to things about baseball. Good advice and I'm going to take it. Too long, didn't read don't pour a drink of water into a little girl's mouth even if she asks you nicely to, because some moms think this is sexually inappropriate. I don't understand why the mother had a problem with it. Seems like a perfectly reasonable way to share water without sharing germs. It's only sexual because the mom found it sexual. But how? Like, what are they actually perceiving? A steady stream of water from above is nothing like that. They are not even close. I'm a grown woman, but I work as a tour leader, and a driver told me not to drink water in front of people because I tilt my head back when I drink water and it's suggestive. I have no idea how, but other drivers agreed with him. Apparently, they think I do it on purpose because it earns me tips. I have no idea how or why there's any sexual about it, but yeah. A male here. So they see sexual context in your absolutely normal behavior? It's on them. If it was in my work, I'd inform HR. And I'd want in writing why drinking water is sexual. And why people on streets aren't arrested all the time for drinking water from bottles. What now? You're supposed to use a drinking straw? Yeah, that's not sexual at all, winky face. More disappointed in the fact the kids are all begging for ice-cold water at a baseball game. Parents can't organize a water jug or cooler themselves to ensure the kids are hydrated. OP did nothing wrong. This says more to me about the person who told the child's mom about it. Who TF sexualizes an act of providing water to a kid at an athletic event, especially considering it was done for the whole team. Like unless you were drooling while doing it with wide eyes and your hand in your crotch, this seems like one of the largest reaches imaginable. Agree with completely hands off from now on, but Jesus man. As a dad of a 6-year-old girl who loves to give hugs, I don't see it as inappropriate. Karen's gonna Karen though.